guys, today I'm gonna kind of do a get ready with me, but I'm really gonna focus in on my eyes. I just recently watched a video by, I believe her name is Brittany Makeup. Let me find it really quickly. Oh my god, it would have been her name is just Brittany on Instagram or on YouTube, but I believe her name is Brittany Makeup on Instagram. I will have her link down below. I recently just happened to scroll and see her YouTube video, and she was doing a look, and the look had red and lime green combined, and I was very intrigued by that color scheme. So today I'm just going to be kind of being inspired by that color scheme. I'm not going to necessarily copy her look, but I was very inspired by that particular color scheme. And so we're going to just kind of see what I come up with. I don't know why I put so much primer on. We're just gonna kind of side eye that and let that go, because there's only so much that you can do at this point. I have about 4 palettes that I'm going to be kind of juggling through, because like I said, I kind of really don't know what I want to do. I just have some palettes that have some greens, some variations of red, and just, yeah, that's kind of how I'm gonna roll with this. If you're wondering what the palettes are, I have my Makeup Monsters or Now Menagerie Cosmetics Dragon Child palette. I have my ABH Prism palette, my Juvia's Place Festival palette, and my Juvia's Place Zulu palette. Is that the names? No, I'm sorry. My Juvia's Place Tribe and my Juvia's Place Zulu. So those are the 4 palettes that I'm just going to kind of be going through to just create something. I truly don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of go where I am inspired. So first, what I want to do, okay, first what I'm going to do is take the shade Sphere in the ABH palette, and that is like a really light limey green, and that's gonna go in my inner corner. But I'm not gonna really do a tutorial, because truly what I wanted to do is talk to you guys about my last trip. So the last trip that I went to Cyprus, and this was a very rewarding and cool trip, so I kind of wanted to talk about it. I did not take any video or like do any attempt to vlog. Like I told you guys before I left, it was a school trip, and that's how I wanted it to be. So I didn't want to really focus on YouTube or posting on Instagram or anything like that. I wanted to focus on the learning aspect and going from there. It was so much fun. So much fun. I not only got to learn, but I got to meet people that are in my field, that are around my age. And prior to that, yes, of course, I've had like schoolmates, and of course they're in my field, but currently, wow, okay, camera. Currently, my degree that I'm in is not in my main field, if you will. And so I'm finding that I'm going to take Masai from the Tribe palette. I'm finding that I've lost touch with a lot of the people who are actually in my field that I knew prior to this program. And so going into this program and actually participating in this internship that I did was really rewarding. Like, I truly got, like I said, to learn so much, but I also really had fun. Like, we were on the beach so often, and it was really funny because, you know, I don't speak Greek, not a lick of Greek, but you know, I'm very much, I can see what's going on in my surroundings, and in my surroundings the people were like, why is this black girl on the beach? Like, what is happening? Why is she tanning? And I was literally tanning. Like, you saw me like anybody else. I was out there lying, baking up in the sun. And it was really funny that that was like a perception that people still have. I think that it is perfectly fine for black women, women of color, men of color, anybody to go tanning. Like, tanning has nothing to do with just being white or just being a lighter complexion. Tanning is wanting to get darker. I love getting darker in the summer. I truly enjoy it. Let alone, I had that foundation from Fenty that I really wanted to use, and that foundation I hadn't been able to use prior because of the fact that it was too dark for me. So of course I'm gonna tan. Of course I'm gonna tan to get darker, absorb any more melanin that my body can absorb, so that I can do these things. You know what I mean? That's how I think about it. But other than that, it was really cool. We had to go to, like I said, a bunch of beaches. And that was pretty much it. We did a lot of beaches. We went to an archaeological site. It was, let me not get to lying. Let me go on my Instagram, because I geotagged a couple of my photos. So we went to Acropolis. I definitely went to Acropolis, but that was in Greece. Sorry, let me not be tangential and figure out what this place is called. It was Mount Curion, the Curion archaeological site in Limassol, which is in Cyprus. It's just a part of Cyprus. So that was really cool. Really cool, actually, to be able to go there and participate in that. And if you happen to ever go to, like, if you happen to ever go into the area of Greece or Cyprus, do know that they take mad student discounts. So if you're a student, they'll actually give you free, if not a discounted price for like a lot of the things. So definitely do take that into account if you are thinking about going anywhere around there. That was the first time I had seen such a heavy discount on like a museum or anything like that, that everybody else was paying like $20, and then we would get we didn't have to pay. So I would definitely take that into consideration if I were you. Always ask for a student discount if you're a student. It doesn't matter where you are. Some people take that for granted. They don't realize that, like, even in like certain department stores, you can get a student discount. For goodness sakes, even Amazon gives student discounts. So always take these things seriously and see what you can get from them. You never know what benefits you have until you ask. But that aside, the trip was really good. It helped me get some connections, not only with students, but also with some faculty. And I might actually be potentially going back next year, which is really exciting. But if I go back next year, I'll be actually completing research, which I have not done in my graduate like life, I guess. I did it in my undergrad life an obscene amount, but undergrad wise, I have not done any research other than, of course, my thesis. I mean, duh. So that is very, very exciting. And I'm just excited. Like I said, I met those girls. A lot of, well, two of them are from, well, not from, two of them were living currently in Amsterdam. So I might even be applying to some jobs in Amsterdam, which is exciting. And one was from Germany. She currently is studying in the UK. Another girl that I was like, this is the group that I was kind of close to, you know. She is from the US. So it's just really cool that I met all these people and now have this experience that I can build on. And not to say that, like, it's really nice. And for me, it was kind of once in a lifetime, I must do it. And it was super last minute. Like, the amount of last minuteness that program was for me is insane, honestly. But I'm so happy that I was able to get it accomplished, because otherwise, you know, not saying that I'd never have made those connections and never, like, potentially had gotten the offer to, you know, to go back and do research. But I mean, I might not have, you know. You never know until you take that leap of faith and you actually go, you know, and do it. So I am beyond happy about my experience. And it was really intriguing because societal wise, I was sort of shocked with the demographic that was actually going on over there. Like, a lot of people over there were not even Cypriots. They weren't, like, actually from Cyprus, like, historically, or like, even they weren't even born there. A lot of people were immigrants, which was very, very, very interesting to me. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting there to be a lot more, like, actual Africans. I didn't see very many. Although there were a few, and I was talking to some of the locals that, of course, you know, knew me, so they were comfortable kind of telling me the real deal. So it was very interesting to see that there weren't that many actual Cypriots. I forgot what color I used, child. It was interesting to see that there weren't that many Cypriots. Not Cypriots, I'm sorry. That there weren't that many Africans because it's so close to Africa. You know, the northern part, of course. I was just expecting a lot more actual Africans to be there, whether, you know, via immigration or just like visiting or whatever. I just expected that there were more. So either way, that trip was a mad success. And I am very, very happy that I went. I met those girls. Now have people and I now have people that I could potentially go on to conferences with, because I always feel awkward going to a conference and I don't know anybody, you know. Maybe I'm the only person, but I definitely feel that way. I'm gonna stop jabbering really quickly and cut my entire lid. Actually, no. I'm gonna pack on a shade really quick. I didn't use any red. The whole reason. It's okay, it's okay. Leave it to me. It's okay. We can finesse some red in here. We'll get it together. Okay. So let me cut my lid and then I'll be back to hopefully figure out a way to add red into this look. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, I just don't feel comfortable getting too in-depth with what my actual field is. And it seems like almost everybody's okay with it. And I mean, even the people who are interested, they're like, I'm interested if you feel comfortable telling. And I just don't, not right now. Just not in the place to do that. But yeah, it was a very rewarding trip. Now, like I said, I also went to Greece. Now, that was not part of the, I guess, school trip, if you will, or even the program, the internship program. That was like a personal decision. I told you guys, maybe I didn't tell you guys, I don't know. I had like already known before I left that like I was going to Greece. Like it was a thing. And basically I had offered up for other people to go with me, and some people wanted to, and you know, it's knowing, like, because I had known that I was gonna go, I had already kind of budgeted in my head, like, this is how I'm going to do what I want to do. Whereas those that I just met first time on this trip, they didn't necessarily get that. They didn't necessarily get that, like, you know, this is the potential of things that you can do before you go. So they weren't able to save or anything like that. So a bunch of the people that wanted to actually go on the kind of weekend getaway were not able to financially. But I did get one taker, and she was able to pay for the trip. So we went to Greece on a whim. So we didn't plan it until like maybe the week that we bought the tickets, which was a week before we actually went. We bought a hostel online. We bought it off of hostel.com. And basically we just had a couple of places that like we knew we wanted to go, and it was like, of course, the big things, so the Parthenon and all of those things, but we also wanted to go to the catacombs, and those were our two things that we really wanted to do. And we were able to get them done. So we were able to go into the catacombs. We actually were able to get into the combs based on there's like a Russian, what is it called? Church. There was a Russian church that actually has access to the catacombs. So we were able to go and view the catacombs through their portion there. When we were looking online, there's also, you know, access to the catacombs via like the area where the Parthenon is, and then also under the Parliament building, I want to say. We weren't able to get into like the Parliament building, so that was out. And if you know anything about like real touristy, like tourist traps, if you will, like the Parthenon, it's really cool to go, but it's going to be packed with people from day in to day out. And we actually went, like I said, when we went, oh, I don't like that, darn it. When we went, brain work. When we went, we just showed up. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about the Parthenon, going to the Parthenon. So when we went to the Parthenon, the first time we went, we took a ride on, ride off bus. And if you know anything about those, they take you to like the touristy areas, and you can quite literally jump on and jump off whenever you want, which is really nice, because then you can get around the city easier. I do not like that at all. Ugh, okay, hold on. I need to erase my mistake. Okay, I was able to clean up that mess. So when you go to like the real touristy areas, you have to know that you're gonna be in huge crowds and it's gonna be hard to get in and out of the location. So alrighty guys, so I'm actually back and finished. I know I kind of just stopped in the middle. I actually had a friend call me and I didn't want to keep going with my momentum. So you guys saw me do a majority of my eyes. Basically what I did is I finished doing that lid shade. The only shade that I did not use in all of the 4 palettes that I talked about earlier, I took a shade from Davina's Willy Wonka collection and I took Nerds, and that's actually what's in my inner corner. It's a wicked shift from a blue to a green, so it worked perfectly with this look. I'm loving her Willy Wonka collection. I really need to swatch it and display it on my Instagram and like do a blog post because I'm really loving that collection. Everything else base wise is the same. I used my e.l.f. bronzer and yay, I hit pan today guys. I'm super happy. It's a really mini pan, but I've been working on this bronzer for a minute, so I'm really happy that I hit pan on that. I used my Sydney Grace blush, and on my lips I used a lipstick that I'm very happy I used. It has like a yellow base to it, so it is a nude, but it really works with this look, and it's from MAC and it's in Consensual. So I'm really happy with this look. I'm sorry I kind of like stopped talking, but basically I was just kind of wrapping up my trip. The Greece part was really cool. Like I said, I got to see the Parthenon and all those other really cool places. I got to see the catacombs, and I also got to shop. While I was there, I really did enjoy shopping a lot. I got to get some jewelry. I got some rings. And I also just got to have fun, just go around and on the hop on, hop off bus and just enjoy my time. And that's kind of what vacation and even just traveling in general is about to me. Like even if I'm doing an internship, I'm still gonna find some way to have fun so that I didn't just pay just to be, you know, so yeah, this was kind of a weird antic. I did post a good amount of photos about my vacation. I posted photos of the food. The food was amazing in certain places. Let me preface this by saying the Cypriots don't understand salt or seasoning, okay? Especially in like the cheaper places. You go to the higher class, like expensive places, they actually start to put some seasoning. They understand some salt, but otherwise they don't understand. Greece was different. Greece, everywhere we went, the food was excellent. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. This was a very weird video, so apologize for me to you, okay? All right. As always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.